Good day, good love, good light, illuminators and way showers. Thank you for joining us today for Wednesdays with Wendy at 1:11 p.m. Thank you all for joining us as we today and every Wednesday are expressing and sharing and empowering ourselves together with the languages of lights. How we express them, apply them, how we share them, how it's blossoming into this beautiful flower. And I am excited to share along with Bree, my friend and assistant and moderator. Thank you so much, Bree, for being with me and helping me with these Wednesdays with Wendy. And she's monitoring the questions online and in the YouTube chat. I want to thank all of you for joining us and watching. And if you'd like to participate, I'm going to let Bree really quick tell everybody if you'd like to be in the room and join the room with us. I'm going to let her tell you how to do that right now.
All right. Hi, everybody. Oh, this is so exciting. We love doing these things. Playtime. Total playtime. So you can go to Wendy's website. I am currently posting the link to it in the YouTube live chat. And that blog has the participation link in the comments of the blog. If the room is full, because we only have 10 spots available, meaning with Wendy and I, there's only 8 available spots, then just wait for somebody to hop out, watch on YouTube, and then you can hop in if somebody has to leave. But we're looking at expanding soon because there's lots of interest, and this is kind of totally awesome. So we'll keep you updated with as we expand and grow on this, which is exciting. So back to you, Wendy.
Thank you, Bree. Thank you so much. So yeah, join in, anybody. And really the idea was born one day, as all inspiration is, where I just, part of it is I love making videos. And when I started this channel 4.5 years ago, I actually kind of miss making videos because I was doing them almost every single day. And it's been a while since I've been able to do them the way I was. But as this has evolved, so many people have shown interest in wanting to express their own light languages, and in comments from all of you, like, oh, I started writing this, or oh, this has been such an inspiration, or how do I do that? And so it was about, I wanted, for such a long time, even since I met Bree, I've been wanting to do something on a regular basis, but life happens when you're making plans. And so as things evolved, it was like this push. And I think a lot of us have been feeling this push to just drop the be authentic, just be wanting to be ourselves. Like that is now the most powerful thing. And even doing it scared. And that's the other thing. To do something on a regular basis for any of us, we can come up with all kinds of reasons why not to do something that really, really excites us. And that's what fear is having an excitement and judging that excitement, and then giving those thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you the voice to tell you why you can't or shouldn't do that. And so here we are one morning, I hear, along with my wanting to do this regularly, to set a sacred space for all of us to openly share what we speak, sing, tone, write, our experiences, but more importantly, why is it? Why? How is it we're all exploring this, and how is it affecting our lives? And how are we putting into practice? How are we applying it? And so I wanted to create this place, this space, and I'm gonna have, yeah, Bree, I've got a couple people. Yeah, when you come on in, everybody, please. Yeah, thanks, Bree. And Dolores too. I think Dolores is not muted either. um, and to create a space where we can, like, in a very easy place, but where we are learning, what does it mean for all of us all of a sudden to start speaking these and singing them, and how do we use them, and how are we experiencing them, and to share this. And so I wanted to thank all of you. So I just want to backtrack just for a second, because all of a sudden I hear in my meditation, as I'm deciding what day to do this, all of a sudden I hear, well, did it occur to you that the name Wendy is in the word Wednesday? And I was like, no. And so it was like, that was the inspiration, was Wednesdays with Wendy, and that the word Wendy is contained in the word Wednesday, and then 111. My birth path is 11, and I love 1111 and 111. It just was the perfect timing of the day for me and Bree. And so that's kind of how that idea was born. And it's also about each other sharing and activating each other. For those of you that are watching, whether you watch it today, whether you're participating live, and thanks to all of you, hey, everybody out there, for watching live right now, whether you watch it later, everything is now, and it's your perfect now. And so that's part of all of this, is for each and every one of us to begin activating each other. And I want to thank all of you for the overwhelmingly positive and loving and powerful responses since last week's first Wednesday. It has your comments, your sharings, your private sessions, donations, the outpouring in a week. So much has happened just in a week that it feels like it's been a month long, because it's been so exciting and so much amazing stuff packed into such a small space. And when you're in your bliss and your passion and your excitement, Light Languages for me has helped inspire that even more, and allow that to snowball, and allow me to be more authentic and more of who I came to be, and accepting. And it gives us each permission to do that with each other, and for all of us to activate each other all over the world, open these portals of love, to be able to process higher, the ability to apply higher knowledge, and allow the belief systems and thoughts that are creating those belief systems that are not in line with our soul purpose, and to help us align with our soul family, our star families, our higher selves, to help us integrate into the daily life how we interact with people, how we move through the world, how we treat ourselves, how we talk to ourselves, how we treat our bodies, how we look at each other, how we interact with our being. And it's about all of that. So all of that has been the inspiration for all of this, as well as healing, the physical healing, raising our vibration to where we are no longer containing this resistance within us, and we are able to identify, or even allow the light languages to identify it. And again, I hesitate always to say release, because if everything is part of all that is, there's nowhere to release it to, but it's to integrate it, embrace it, love it. It's a part of us. It's not about fighting it. It's not about letting it go. It's about becoming all of that you are, and in loving unconditionally, regardless of the condition that thing, belief, thought has created, to understand that you can move past it, because we're new every now. Physics is telling us, and we know this moment by moment, we are new. And one of the very first things my guides told me when I very first started waking up was, you are a speaker. You are speaker new. And it's funny because my nickname is Wen. Here we're talking about nicknames or names. And Wen, WEN, has just always been my nickname. And they even said to me, you guys set this up. Synchronicity is the rule. You set it up for yourself. So when they showed me WEN, when you flip it around, is NEW, new. And then speaker new, they said to me, was spelled NU. Now, it was all about bringing this new way, perception, a new way of looking at our experience and offering a different perception of how we can live a harmonious, loving, self-nurturing, loving life where we're losing this need to judge ourselves and to simply learn to love each other and embrace each other's differences. And how these light languages for me and other people in my experience with interacting with all of you, how it has helped all of you becoming more and more yourselves and more authentic. And the alchemy of the light languages, when each of us speaks, creates something brand new with each other. And it creates a new timeline. It heals all nows because we're sending out this love to all fractals of all that we are. And isn't that part of this whole intention? So many of us are healing our Akash or becoming more of our childlike selves, to embrace our inner child and to be fun and spontaneous and allow synchronicity to allow our passion, to allow the synchronicities to unfold before us, just like this day, this gathering, and all of these synchronicities that have happened just since in this last week. And the idea that we can also set an intention with our light language, the symbols that we draw, the healing, the energy that we alchemize with other modalities of healing, and how we can take, and now we have a whole brand new alchemy that we can take light language along with whatever else you are guided to do and how you're guided to do it. Some people will say, well, should I use light languages with crystals? Of course. If that's how you're being guided, that's your higher self telling you that that's part of your highest excitement, and to use it whatever way you're guided. And then it may or may not continue. You may not need to use it in the same way, but you may also you will receive other messages and by way of just ideas and intuitions, how to utilize it for yourself and others, perhaps. How I love to use light languages also with the Oracle. I love doing those types of gatherings as well, where we're taking the messages through the Oracle of Spirit, we're combining it with what we're receiving as information through intuition, through the light languages, and using that in a whole new way. We can use it for manifestation, physical manifestation, spelling. Spelling is nothing but the word spelling. We're creating a spell with words. When we speak, we have a vibration. It has a color, a sound, a vibration. It creates manifestation. It creates our reality. What we think, what we believe, and what we say and how we act is a result of that current vibrational belief system. And these light languages, for me, in my experience, as well as others, have found that we're able to somehow, it's almost like a picture for like a light. It's as if it becomes a part of you, and it allows you to address things by way of then saying, I want to know how to address this thing in my life, and how do I allow the light languages, when I'm speaking them or hearing them, help me identify or release through tears, through salt baths, through connecting with crystals, most importantly, nature. If any of you know me in my videos, That is truly the key, is nature. And so I just wanted to kind of, if you're new to today or you're new to my channel, if you're here having this experience today for the first time, I wanted to give everyone just kind of a little bit more in-depth idea of how this was born and how passionate that I am about it, and how I wanted to thank all of you for sharing your passion and wanting to share your experiences in this idea. And so I wanted to open it up today first by I'm going to take a drink here, and I'm going to allow Bree, if she would, to um, uh, address each and thank all of our guests for being here, and identify all of those in the room, and anybody out there if there's any questions or comments at this time. And then after that, I'd like to open it up to each and every one of us to do a light language blessing. And I'll open it up because I wanted to set a specific intention, and then allow everyone else to initiate their own as well. So Bree, take it away.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Well, thank you, Wendy, as always. So with us today in the room here, currently we have Jen, Florentine, Ivy, Dolores, and Brandy joining us. So looks like right now we have, let's see, 5. So we have 3 more spots available in the room if anybody would like to go to the blog, which is posted at the top of the live chat, and join the participation link in the comments of the blog. Feel free to join us. We also got a comment that, I mean, there are just a lot of really beautiful people watching already on the live chat. So this is just really exciting that we have all these beautiful people joining us from all over the world. Aren't we lucky? We are too lucky. We don't even understand how lucky we are. So yeah, let's open it up for some light language blessings. That would be awesome. I can start off in kind of just setting the intention for all the goodness to continue joining us today, all the good energy, all the good energy going out to all of you watching, all your families and friends and loved ones, and the whole world, and as a reflection, the cosmos itself, right? So with that said, Yahan hes ara aushik intiaso, ho huete shiara at ondo eshiaso, hon diatao siki ia hanya tahanya to oro oshen ni hao, hua ai iane, ia ane, yana ai ana in auto ara esh ot oeki, hiane iti iasi ikia au hoe, au yata ara esh oane, yoso ishaya. Ayo huki hiaoso ushia nahao. Okay then, that was
Okay
fun.
then.
Okay. That was fun. I'm like, that's one thing I love about, and I will probably say this endless times, but light language for me has just absolutely transformed my experience of my own ability to express myself. Even if I'm in situations where I'm around a bunch of people where I'm not going to be speaking light language to them, like at work or, but even just being able to bring in that energy. And it was, sometimes we have so many things that we want to say that when we actually start to describe it, we don't do it justice, or it's like, oh, you go back and it's like, I could have said that better. So even last week I was thinking I could have said that better, but it doesn't matter. I'll say now that bringing through the energy, you can allow the energy to enter your space by thinking of it, but what you're actually doing, instead of because light language is not logical, you're just allowing it to come through, right? So you can think of light language, and it can just fill your space. And I do want to talk a little bit today, as we go on further, about it creating portals, like
Oh yes.
actual
Oh yes.
portals.
Glad you
Yeah,
said I'm glad that you said that because and there's a whole bunch of different even layers to those portals as well. So that's really a great
yeah.
subject.
Because we're all still exploring this together. We're all still figuring out what are we actually doing? What is happening here? How is this actually affecting our world, our experience of this lucid dream we're awakening in? And for me, as soon as I allow that energy of light language, no matter what it is, even just thinking of a time I was speaking it on a hike, or thinking of Wendy speaking it, or thinking of somebody else that I heard, or thinking of somebody drawing, it's almost like I'm instantaneously, bam, I'm opening up with my consciousness of bringing that through. I feel like I'm just opening up this field where that energy that was channeled probably from a whole different dimension or realm, or this gets very deep. So, but it just immediately is there around you. You're just like, okay, there. In a way, it's almost like teleportation, then, isn't it? Because it's like you're teleporting that field all of a sudden to you. And there's, again, a lot more to be said about this, and a lot more that can be discussed. And please, we invite these discussions. That's why we're doing this. Please feel free to comment in the live chat. Tell us about your experiences with light language. That's why we're all here together in the video chat room. We want to be able to talk about these things. So we open up these discussions. Not to get too far off track here. It's
Oh
very
no, you're
exciting.
right. You are right on track because that's what this is all
And
about. And I'm telling you
yeah,
what, even my own vibration got jacked up a couple notches. Just you talking about that and how all of these layers are that's why it's one thing to do videos. It's one thing to tell everybody this is what I'm hearing, this is what I'm getting, this is what it's all about. And that's what I wanted you to, I'm so glad you mentioned that too, because it's not even just about how it's affecting us here right now is also individually, but it is, what does this mean on a collective human consciousness level? And
yeah,
all the other layers in between and everything that it's capable of. And
yeah.
Ellie, my girl, oh my God, talk about all over the world. Love you, girl. Hi, I'm so happy to see
Hi,
you.
Ellie.
Hi, girlie.
Yeah. Well, hey, then we can go ahead and say Ellie's here. Thank you for
So,
joining, Ellie.
yes,
And let's
thank
open
you.
it up to some other light language blessings. If you don't want to do a blessing, that's totally
And
fine. Or if you
I
don't want
did
to do it
want
in
to
light
say,
language,
oh, sorry,
you
Brie.
can
I was
do
just
it
going
in
to say,
any language you
I,
want. You can
and I
just
did
give
want to
a thumbs
say
up.
that today too is, this is one of the ways that I apply it, and as does Bree. And today I also, as part of, as we share our blessings, I would like to share a blessing right now too. And whoever needs any kind of healing today, I've got several people in my own physical family and friends that are in need of healing today. Our buddy Don Parkinson, who really wanted to be here today with us, is having some eye surgery. So I wanted to send out some love and light language healing to him. My sister is in need of some healing, physical healing. My brother is in need of some physical and emotional healing and in pain from grieving. This is part of what, like Bree said, just in me saying that right now, I'm going to tell you guys, they're here. I can feel them. My hairs are standing on end. My team has arrived. Our teams have arrived, and I feel them. And as soon as I started saying, I want to do this, the intention started, and it's already starting within me. And I feel them here with me to send this energy. And so I invite all of you, and all of you watching, all of you listening, receiving, sending, speaking, toning, and today I also wanted to, I don't want to be remiss, the Sacred Circuit brought to us by Bashar through Daryl Anka. Today's number 12. And these days of June up until I think it's the 21st, every day equals the date. So today is 6/12/2019, which I didn't say. I don't think I said that at the beginning, but which today equals 12. The number 12, when you add it together, of course, is the 3, the Trinity, the trinary, the balancing of harmony of body, mind, and spirit. And the sacred symbol for 12 is act. And so today, this is a way that we can act and from a place of balance, because number 3 is balance. And so it helps us act from a place of balance. And when we intend and direct our energy, we are very, very powerful. So Ishano kose selihana kaliampaka te esonoso samaliana keshe. Inayola sumaya kinaya hi. Sinayali. Sinayakilayanali. Simiyasha sinotu. Minkia shanasumaniana malayano niamakor ote shesekelea. Empe timia sanasete sima shononoakawa. Pesheni tiamano kwara koshana. Pe ianananiasote. Miyasho. Your heart gets lost in your words. No unsha tiamaliana. This is the language of the heart. Ma'ashaina, the angels. Nyashoyi Yama Imano Unanakia, the language of love and pure light. Nyashoakariana. Bizanishiti Simasonati Ami Nananikito Rishia Pe Inanakosa. And yes, words pale in comparison to the power. That each and every one of you has as you alchemize your intention, as you express your unique verse of light in any way you express it. It changes everything. Absolutely everything. And you, all of you, have come here to witness your own power, discover the flower waiting to burst within you, to sing your song and speak your truth in every moment, but with the vibration of pure love, of self and other. Light in any way you express it. Nyashokea. Simboso nashe inaniakwa peete. So we invite all of you today to open your language of love and express it. Empower yourselves and another to see their own light, that they transform and you transform. For each of you are a mirror. Each of us are a mirror. Every single thing is a mirror, a reflection of source, wishing, desiring to experience itself as you, as your song, your unique verse in the symphony of souls, the symphony of source. Nyashote kielase. Thank you. Nyashoya. Thank you. Atoshe. And if anybody would like to offer the next blessing, if you'd like to call names or put your name in, if you'd like to offer a blessing, please do. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. Wow, that was powerful. Dolores,
Okay, thank you. Namaste to all. From the very beginning today, I sense so many words of life language wanted to be spoken, and energetically, and I don't know how to say, but I feel that unity of who we are, and awareness that we all are one, and intention for opening our hearts and sharing our love and our light language and our light and our uniqueness is very strong today. And now I will not speak English, but light language. Erhanne, nihei oanna ma kwana hareneia, nilona nahamma kwana. Everyone is welcome to join, to feel, to sense, and to joy. Ni ranele ke anahnteyo, ni hamamma huataya no kita aranaya nehe ke ala lanna na hamawanie. Ye hanatia ke awamama mahuarakanta no noho. Las leia mi hieno ke anya te ke he. Las leia laharana konta no noho. Miwa meheya, miuma meheya. We are here. We are now. Maharakana na hatiano ke enna na larahana. Ye mete ke te eia na na he ekra lanana yoho. Ye mama huana. We are light. We are love. Maranata na keo na heya. Maranata na keo heya na hantadara neya. Lama na kwa. Lama na ko umama waheya te kawawa na ha. Lihine kira atrane tera haramakwara na matono. Marakramana tana na noho. Be aware of your power of love, of your power of truth, of your power of your authenticity. Miherene keya tantara na hayo. Mikeretena avana gente ya kielera ya tenenehe. Miaman makar avana naha. Yena kia hiena tokoho. Yena te kieno yeha tavaranaha. Mawane mahayo. Mahayo mihike atiana li liklekla rate. Laklekatatar amawayane. Hori nahamate yehumawanaha. Hoi mahneya nahanarana ye umahma. Vaharar neteke mahuara mahne. Meherana kyotorahna naha. Thank you to all who are what they are. Because of them, I am who I am. Miherana kyetena hayanaka o. I am who I am because of all of you. Tiranahaye, mihiaketi anananaha. Livia nakia tuntara, tuntr antiara. Lihleya, lihlayano, nahakiawa na hantionoho. Be love, be light, be truth. Nihianaka, tehayaronoho. Share whatever you can share. Love whatever there is. Nyahantonoko oranaha. Thank you. Namaste.
That was beautiful. Powerful and beautiful as always, my dear
Thank you.
galactic sister.
I'm very grateful that I'm here with all of you. Really grateful that I can tell or be a channel for all of those stuff that is coming through me, because I'm very happy. Thank you.
I always get so emotional too when you speak, and I just feel the power of how it's just changing everything. It's and the intentions and the words that you spoke, and thank you, and
Okay.
so much. Is there anyone that would like to share their blessing or perhaps respond?
It looks like Al is willing to go next, and wow, this is just like we. I think we all need to continue breathing and drinking water when we're doing these types of events, because this is intense stuff that we're bringing through. Like I don't think we even have a slight. We're starting to have a slight understanding, I should say. We're starting to have a slight understanding, but it's extremely powerful. So take care of yourselves, please. This is a lot we're bringing in. Thank you, Dolores. Elle, look at
Hey,
you.
ladies. Can you hear me?
Elle. Yeah.
My mic
Yes,
is working.
we can.
Oh, I had some
I love
issues,
you guys
but
from all over the world. Oh my God, I just love it, love it, love it.
yes, I'm here from Bulgaria, Sofia. My name is Elena, but people, and you can call me whatever you like. But Ellie, Ishun tuhuat tehain tahe rutum manyara shatere era pantihuro shuntia. For us is the light to come to shine in all our hidden corners and to show us that even the depths of our insecurities can be cleaned, can be shined with a light that we didn't even thought we are worthy of. Ayandiara shanduru hotoya masanara endia para nurung taratiara tisharam munarenda erianta karashaya para tunlaya ina vaniana shuria pata. I am grateful and I salute every one of you for being here together, connecting in this very special and significantly important way, for being an example for everyone that follow after us, to see that there is absolutely nothing to be afraid of, to show how we can be a vessel of an energy beyond logical explanation. And love, of course, love, but ayardera sundurumunianara esia pantarakiti shindu erantiananda eyandoria ia shankalea unua isia rehantianahia siamanda eno nuni nuhantia shanterenia uya inhatashera. The love that we can bring is just a little particle of what we are capable of doing, and it is said so many times that we don't know what we are capable of, but still we should never underestimate the true power of our intuition, intent and thought process. I love you so much.
Oh, I love you so much. I keep wanting to say, I love you so much. I love you so much. Ellie and I have known each other for several years now, and we work together on many, many realms, on many, many ways. And there is just this, always has been this just amazing connection with her and you and with us. And she is just an amazing, beautiful person and mom and healer and goddess, and and she's fun and exciting, and I love her so much, and I have always adored you and adored your energy. And
yes, yeah, my first motto is, what if you can fuck up something, or you can like just be a fool, just be a fool. What was the word in English, like be funny to everyone, and then pick up from them, stand up and say something wise.
Oh gosh, and I love that here we are from all of the every portal of the planet. just to be able to be together this way is just absolutely phenomenal. It really is. So, and thank you so much, Ellie. Thank you for that.
Yes, and the lady, I don't know her, that was the young soul that was speaking before me, but she's amazing too. I see her for the first time today. Unfortunately, I see her, so we'll continue. I leave the floor to someone else.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Okay, Bree, who wants to go next?
Thanks, Elle. That was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Just bubbly, but we're also bubbly right now. Yeah, would anyone, you can raise your hand or type in the chat, I'm not sure. Okay, Florence. Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm from South Africa, the other end of the world. Durban, South
Woohoo!
Africa.
Welcome. Oh my gosh.
I've never done light language live before, so I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens.
Oh my God. Woo!
Okay, I'll just do a short blessing. Namaste.
Namaste. That was the first time you've spoken it before, but not live?
Yeah, yes, yes.
As soon as you started speaking, literally the millisecond you started speaking, I had like tingles running from the back of my neck all the way down my spine and then up and down and up and down. It was like, and the same like Dolores and Alice, just like all of this energy. And Wendy.
How long have you been speaking, Florentine?
Not very long. A few months.
Wow. Wow. Because I know, well, she's been comment. So thank you so much. Thank you all for all your love and comments and wonderful shares on my channel. Thank you so much. So were you already familiar with light languages, or did you just like stumble upon it, or how did that happen for you?
I actually stumbled upon it on your channel.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of stumbled upon it on your channel, and I've got a lot of dragon energy, so I think that also comes through quite a lot. And I found that, just like you always said, just listening to other people's light languages helped. And also, it's actually the confidence just to try and not think you're a nutter.
Yes, it is. We all felt that way.
Yeah, it's more about playing. At least for me, it's like, oh, well, if I just let some sounds roll out of my mouth. So that's amazing, Florentine.
Oh my God. Oh, so I wanted to tell everybody, if you will, I think this is a great time. So tell everybody what you thought about, or how you came across that idea that you shared on my channel. And I said it would be lovely if you shared it live with all of us, if you wouldn't mind. This would be a great time.
I was actually staring out my window at my home, and I got this idea to actually, if everyone could make an energy container outside their house or their flat, so that every time people walked past or cars drove through, they'd get this little extra burst of energy, and that energy could add up and eventually help to raise the energy of the planet. And then another one I had was similar, like to put an energy container around your car, so that as you're driving along, you're basically throwing out sweeties of energy to everyone as you go past. I found that one quite useful because, some days it gets very hectic and there's traffic and the kids are screaming and everything's going crazy. And at least your container carries on doing the good work when you're like preoccupied. So that was just my idea.
I love that idea. I was seeing these little like energy mailboxes outside, all like pretty decorated. It reminded me of the where you have the little free library, where you put the little library box outside your house so you can lend books. So I was thinking, how cute would that be if everybody made these like little energy boxes outside their house and like decorated them and made them look like little like post office boxes, almost like light language love letters to put out to the world. And that's your, like your light language love letter box, your energy box, or like you said, when you're preoccupied, or when someone else, like you said, when someone else is having a bad day, they're preoccupied, they need a sign from source, they need a boost of energy, and they drive by and they see that little energy box, and it reminds them, oh, wait a second. I'm loved, I'm supported. I've got somebody just sent me energy, that because in this moment I forgot that I could do that I could like rebalance myself, that I can put myself back into the right vibration. And it reminds me in that moment, kind of like the double digits on the clock, and the 1111s and the 220s and 222s and 444s and the 111, the other inspiration for this, this hangout. So I just thought it was an amazing idea. And it's funny because it's like, now I actually can visualize like a reality where that already exists, and they're just everywhere. They're just everywhere. So,
well, and isn't it interesting? We were talking about portals and how light language creates a field of high dimensional, high vibrational energy that's just pulling through awesomeness in all different geometries and colors and ways and shapes and forms.
And what a way,
intentionalize
what a perfect way to intentionalize an energy portal. And I think even Bashar has talked about this. And anybody who doesn't know me, I'm very, very multidimensional. I love sharing the ideas and principles that were taught to the Sasani, and then we're taught to us. And it's always been my like passion, drive, from the moment I found him, from the moment I saw these symbols, I was activated, my symbols. And actually, I just now started drawing some symbols while you guys were starting your light languages. And so to help get, that vibe going too. And I literally, you guys, for the, anybody who doesn't already know me, I literally have volumes and volumes and volumes of this stuff. So, of which, yes, I'm going to put it all in a book at some point, but it's just, the point is it's one page after another of encouraging all of us, as Ellie said, to become more of all that we are, and to share this stuff and allow it to activate each other. And let's see, this looks like a really good one.
Can you hold them up closer, Wendy?
Sure.
Closer.
I'll do that. This one's in purple. And these are just ones that I've just done, like, and I always get mad at myself, and Bree gets mad at me because I don't date them, but I'm getting better. I've been dating. Now this one, actually, when I look at it, I feel and see a lot of different types of messages from a lot of different, I was getting a lot of archangel energy that day. I was getting white magic energy. I was getting Syrian energy. I was getting messages of like the portals of abundance, like the ability to create and manifest, and then manifest abundance, and then transmit our energy to and from the earth. And so there was a lot of messages going on in here. And as I've mentioned before, in my own videos and in conversations, that, some of this stuff, you can have one little symbol here, and this could be an entire story of a civilization. I was just goofing around one day and just was getting, these symbols. And so but each and every one of these is activating for all of us. So, but yeah, I want others to continue to share. So I don't want to keep taking up all, my time, but I the time with me talking, I want to hear what others have to say too. So Florentine, that was just, I feel the goosebumps when I can see a reality that has just unfolded before me because of something one of you guys does, or when I meet someone and I see it literally unfolding before me, that new reality, or where that thing, just like Bashar says, it's already, once you see it, it's done. Once you intend to release something, that's not the beginning of you releasing it. That's the end of you releasing it. You're done with it. And so this is what they want us to take, that quantum leap, that quantum healing leap, to stop. Oh, this is the way it was, and I have to go through this process in order to do this. Sure, if you want to, but you don't have to. That's what this is all about. Taking that quantum leap to say, oh, wait a minute. I can shift my reality just like that by looking at one of those energy boxes and realize, oh, wait a second. I'm a new person now. I forgot. I don't have to carry all that crap with me that I just carried with me, whether it's the boss, the kids, the any of it. You can, in that moment, you're reminded you can let it go. I think that was, to me, that was a profound example of saying this is something we can do and set out a beautiful intention. And like she said, go about your work, about your day, and yet it continues to give the gift over and over again. I personally thought it was a pretty dang profound thing to do. So there you have it. Thank you, Florentine.
I have a suggestion. What can we put in the energy boxes?
Yes,
it's the gas in nanostate that creates a plasma field. So every time you pass through it and it has something positive to charge this plasma field, you get in this plasma field, and it gives you the energy vortex of the positivity that it creates with the crystal or light language letter or something that has this positive energy shift.
And look at what's behind her, you guys. You see that beautiful symbols and light language stuff. And imagine now too, if all of you guys put whatever modality you do in light languages and Dolores too. Oh my God, her art, her art is amazing too. Where did you get that, Ellie?
I drew it.
Did you draw? You drew that?
Yeah. I drew it,
girl.
But I used a lot of different aspects of different. I wanted it like this is like the Mayan Aztecs, maybe. I don't know if it's very.
Yes, that is.
It's more like Arcturian, and here we have more like Pleiadian things.
Imagine if all these energy boxes too were decorated.
And this is angel. This is angel energy here. I don't know if you can see it.
Gosh, and I've drawn so many similar things. Haven't you guys found too that you're starting to see those that you draw, people that draw, that you're starting to see things that other people draw too? We're getting a lot of the similar information.
This is like a baby thing, like they're creating.
I saw something on there that reminded me where it looked like to me it said mom.
Yep. There are a lot of different, but it's not over yet. It has a lot of.
There it is. It looked like to me. It looks like it says mom in script. You know.
So I'm doing it on different blue, gray, purple. I'm experimenting with
I
the
love
colors
those.
too.
Those are awesome. See, that's the kind of stuff too I want to get going more too of my own and start actually making stuff and getting it out there and selling it. And, it's just among all the other things I want to do. But that's awesome. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you. And Florentine, thank you. Oh, were you going to show us something too, Florentine? Did you want to hold something up?
Yeah, I don't know how to get it to show though. I've been doing these like sort of doodles.
Oh, that's cool.
And this is the one I called Metamorphosis. And then I've got different ones for different things.
That is cool. Hold it back some so we can see the whole thing there.
Okay. Is that okay?
Okay, now and then hold it up just a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we can see a little bit better now. That's pretty multi-dimensional.
Unfortunately, it's in red, so red doesn't show up so well.
That looks really cool. But you see what I mean, you guys? How if we all start, putting all that out there, and I've been putting it out there for several years now. And for anybody who's new to my channel, and thank you to all of you who are new to this, to today, if you're new to my channel, if you're new subscribers, thank you so much. I have I don't know, what, 1,200 videos now of just activations and chakra stuff and channeled information and just in stuff that's come through, light codes from nature, alchemizing with the light languages. So all of this, every time all of us start putting this stuff out there, it literally, as we talked about last week, changes the blueprint reality. It moves us all into that dimensional direction that we all want to go in collectively. So yes, is anyone who wants to go next? Is there anyone who'd like to share, speak, sing?
I would. I'd like to express my gratitude for everybody that's here and for I don't know, for lack of a better word, the movement of spirit coming to life and coming to the surface. We need it really bad right now. Oh, excuse her. Excuse me, Billy. And Wendy already knows that my language comes out more visually than auditorily. It's like they speak to me, but they don't necessarily come through me. Mostly they'll talk to me when I'm asleep. I wake up hearing it. But I've got some of my art Wendy wanted me to show you. Let me see. I do stained glass, and it's all channeled. This is an older piece. Excuse me, Billy. And most of them this is probably got some cracks in it and stuff. And they're just color and energy. I don't know where they come from, but they have to come out. This is another older piece. It's all cracked up, but it's all in pink energies. And it's beyond verbal stuff. And I've got one more up here at the house. Most of my stuff is in my workshop. And this one is one I did a couple of years ago. And I love the intensity of the colors on this one. It was a lot of fun. And it's got this here is like a half marble. It's a huge, huge half marble. You can kind of, I don't know, see the dimensions of it there. But yeah, this one reminds me of water and summer and space all together.
Absolutely.
That's kind of how
I've seen some of her other stuff too, and it's really, it's almost like this combination of stars and earth and energy and as we were talking last week, for any of you who may not have caught it, or we were talking about how when any artist, you're channeling, plain and simple.
Yeah.
And when you're in your bliss and your love and your authenticity, like time just doesn't exist. And the fact that we all too have this new tool by way of light language, again, just like the energy boxes, by creating that glasswork, utilizing the colors in specific ways, creates a very specific signature energy that speaks a very particular vibration. And along with the light languages now, spoken, intended, whatever, because this is another thing that we need to address as becoming more telepathic and telepathic human race, is that there's no difference. We've got to stop dividing the difference of how we define what channeling is. And that's exactly what she said. And every artist is channeling. When you're in your bliss, when you're in what you're doing, and then the fact that you're also taking this mental or verbal sound modality and adding it to that, whether it's audible or not, is literally becomes part of it. And we also begin to realize that when we start to embrace that idea, we start to understand, oh wait, everything is in everything. And this is where they want us to start thinking more, thinking bigger, thinking how everything actually is everything, and everything is in everything, and to start to literally allow that belief system to penetrate through the fibers of our being to literally believe that, to be and live that way. So that's another reason why I was so guided to have people on to share their artwork, because of that reason too, because her being, her intentions, her light languages, spoken or not, are a part of that now, and a part of that work. And then anybody who views it experiences it just like any other painting. And I think many trtists don't even understand their beauty, their value, their worth until they're gone. Until they've transmuted their energy, do they even know the impact? But yet again, they know because everything's connected, but in their belief systems when they were living, it was, I don't even think any of us really, and my own mom has told me this many times, we don't even realize our own gifts and abilities and power, just by being.
Right.
Being. And so that's part of what I wanted to share with all this, is that. And so thank you for sharing that. And again, do not be shy to, please, if you guys are interested, or post your links to your stuff. She sells this stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, this is part of what all this is, you guys, is doing what you love and paying your bills with it. And then until that all changes, that's what this is about. Doing what you're passionate about and finally believing you can do anything you want with it. But stop defining that thing. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, and I want
to. One of the things that's been coming. Oh.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say about your Earth Star Village too. I just was talking about creating communities of like-minded people, so I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Right. Oh yeah, one of the things that's been coming through lately has been to quit thinking small, quit thinking that it's inconsequential and that it doesn't matter, just to accept the power for what it is. And these pieces, they're kind of like visual portals, supposed to be, when people look at them, they can space into them and be transported into another feeling, another realm, another place than from where they are. So hopefully somewhere expanded. Okay.
Absolutely. And isn't that when I've had some pretty emotional experiences, which is maybe conversation for another time, but going into an art gallery and to the Art Institute in Chicago, I had a very emotional, overwhelming experience because my psychic abilities were becoming so strong. I literally was relating to all of the artwork on such an emotional level that I couldn't even stay in the building. It was so powerful. So when you stand and you look at people when they go to an art gallery, how long you can stand and stare at a statue? How long can you stare at a painting or any type of piece of artwork and just become part of it? Just become lost in it. We can visualize if we allow ourselves. And this is where it became to me too, was you can almost visualize you being a part of its creation, of being able to see when they were creating it. And so I found it very powerful. And that's absolutely true with any piece of art that's created in any way, shape, or form, digital or otherwise.
Yeah, met Miguel I saw a video where he was talking about doing stained glass actually and channeled art. And I'm like, oh, that's what I do. Let me talk to this guy. I didn't even know who he was. I got in touch with him and I just cracked the rest of my world open. I'm like, okay.
Well,
I had one other thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Before I go, is I had this teacher back in the 90s, and she knew all this back then, and I didn't believe it because it was just so far out. And we would go into stores together, and she would say, well, we're just here to hum. And what she was talking about was just humming our energy so that everybody else picked up on the vibrations. And it was horrible going shopping with her because she just stood there and looked at things for so long. I just knew that I had to get into the we're just following her around mode. We're not really going anywhere. Okay, we're humming. I think about that
absolutely
sometimes.
love that. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, we're gonna go in here and hum now. I'm like, oh God, okay.
I love that. Oh, you're like, oh, great. We're going to stand here and stare at stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
4 hours.
Here we
4
are
hours.
humming.
What about the Earth Star Village? Where is it located?
It's in East Tennessee, in the mountains. I've got 45 acres on the side of the mountain with lots of camping places, primitive camping places. And it's a place where people can come and stay. I know she does this. And connect with nature, connect with spirit, be alone with the elements, the stars, the whatever. So yeah, it's a retreat place, but not an official retreat center, just a place in the woods.
Do you have like how you say, not tents, but small buildings, or
I don't
how is it?
yet. Not yet. We have intentions of doing that later, but right now all of it is primitive camping where you have to bring your own tent and things like that. Once we get some buildings, we're gonna go with Airbnb. We have some friends around around here that do that. They have teepees that they rent out. We've got a teepee. We just need to get it put up. It's hard to get things done sometimes.
We are thinking of doing this in Bulgaria too, because the nature here is amazing, similar to Austria and Switzerland, the mountains, and
Oh, nice.
probably the houses that we are going to build will be from dried grass, from dried what was the name in English? Like the dry grass that you put on big piles. Yeah, and then you can build a very cheap house with it because it isolates the warm and but later in time, when I have all the things, I will get in touch. Maybe I can give you some easy know-how for cheap buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
my
great.
pleasure.
Right now, it's a place where people can, come and connect with nature, with the mother, with the goddess, with the bubbas, watch the sky and see what's moving around in the stars at night, things like that, just to be in connection. And when I go.
That's why I wanted to share. I wanted her to share that too, because I think a lot of people are looking for places like that, where you can just go and be and connect and, be ourselves and meet each other, so.
In the next 20 years, this will become a big necessity for people living in the big cities.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing everybody. I live in Tennessee too, and I moved from the Chicago area, and that's one of the reasons I moved, because I wanted to be around more trees. I wanted to be more where nature, and even though I did live near trees, it wasn't like this, I mean, I'm literally surrounded by trees, and it's, and just mountains and hills and water, and, so, and yes, I agree with you. I see so many people leaving these big cities, and even right here in Tennessee, Nashville's getting busy, Clarksville's, all of these cities are getting where people are literally moving out of the cities, and they're moving to a place that's more where they can spend whatever time they can in nature. and people are working from home because the blessings of the internet, people can work from home. I literally, you guys, do as much as I possibly can outside. And I probably am on my phone way too much, but because I do primarily all of what I do mostly on my phone or a mobile device. So, but I'm doing it outside. I'm sitting outside, I'm being outside, and how many people, when they work, they go out to lunch outside? Well, because this is what we gravitate toward, because we know that is what is the most important thing for us, is being in nature. And especially like with the hustle and bustle, and people got jobs and kids and stuff, and taking care of parents, and it just all this stuff. And this is one of the most obvious and free things we can do that we don't even take full advantage of. And now doctors are prescribing fruits and vegetables. Now doctors are finally prescribing time outside. Well, but then that's been going on for a long time, right? Even for centuries, people said, oh, go out to the country where you'll heal. So, yeah, I mean, it's all of these layers. And I literally discovered, and coming back a little bit to the portal thing, I discovered literal energy portals that I still today have a difficult time explaining, when I was out in the woods and when I was in the farm fields. So very interesting, talking about energy portals and all of that, and literally how we can create, and or there already are energy portals in nature that we're only beginning to discover. So hi Brandy, welcome in and out. Thanks for coming back.
Hi, Brandy. Brandy said that she wanted to share some art.
Yes, please.
And
Can I say something before?
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Dolores?
Oh, you got to go. Dolores, did you want to?
Please,
go
please.
ahead.
I'm asking Earth Star, please, can you show your first art piece you were showing us?
The first one, the triangle.
Light language want to be spoken. Yes. Yes. Mahramake tanayato
Yeah.
nihlanana tekiyuar nanaha. Meyo mamake atara anne keteyo aramanaha. Mahuane tekitidnate aranata. Malinia yoko wawanahante. Mawania kantero nahana neke. Lina yokota hayanante. Yahman nekerona mahantete. From the very center of the universe, Nahlari Kanna Tayano Maha are coming. The messages are coming. Maharinata Tokoramanahantana in a Blu-ray. Maharanakia Tonono Handa Maranante Oakatiananaha, bringing us blessings and Maranakatawanayaha graces and the Mataran Antikoyanaha. Love to all. Viharaya Neko Tahayanaha. Namaste.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
The asana. Wow. Thank you for that. And that is something that I'm glad you said that, Dolores, because I wanted to reiterate that too, that as we gather in these ways, we are literally also embedding our energy, our light languages into each other's work. And so I'm glad that you said that, because it reminded me that now it's not just that's in that art piece anymore. Now we're all a part of it. And wow. That light language, that blessing is now a part of it. And that is, whether we want to see or understand that quite yet and wrap our minds around it yet, that's where we need to go with that next step of understanding that now that literal piece of glass now vibrates at a different rate, a different vibration. It has a new signature now. And there's a very good reason for that. Even if we don't know what it is, there's a very good reason for that. So there was a reason why Dolores asked her to show it. There's a reason why the two of them came together today. There's a reason why we're together today. That's how this works. There's a reason you're watching this. We'll watch it. Everything is here and now. So what you need in any given moment, this is what light languages do too. It's like it hits where it needs to hit. It goes where it needs to go. It knows what you need. And those of us who practice it or intend it can send that out to just say, for whatever anybody needs, I send out. You can be specific, you can be general. And again, I speak to my plants, my water, Gaia, the water outside, the lake, the trees. If you're guided to do it, it's because something, someone, somewhere needs you to. Somebody needs to hear it from you. Maybe the tree needs you. Maybe the bird needs you. Maybe the frog. Maybe the butterfly. Maybe something needs you. I've got lizards around here, and I am in just this constant delight of connection. That now when I see everything as a message, everything is something sending me language of light, it makes me aware of my world in such a new multidimensional way. And by doing that, it leaks into the rest of our lives. It leaks into how we interact every day. When we have a situation, how do we now use this tool to apply it? So isn't it interesting how we can go off on all of these layers? And I wanted to say hi to Gracie. Hi, Amazing Grace. Thank you for coming in, my dear. We've been trying to hook up, she and I too. And and she's been part of my blessings. And so I wanted to say hi. Can you talk? Or did you want to say hi and say anything about your... Hi, darling.
Hello,
I'm so
beautiful
glad
people.
you got to come.
Hello, hello. I don't have too much time, but I was really been pulled to express the need of grounding lately. I know with my body, it is if I start craving meat. If I start craving meat, the necessity for grounding is huge. And with these energies that are just so high vibing with love, the need for grounding is so important. And that's what I've been really pulled to do a lot of over the past, I don't know, about a week straight. So I should probably show my face. So I don't know if anybody else is like dealing with those kind of impressions and the necessity to ground so deeply into Mother Gaia and reach like a tree, like grounding like a tree and reaching up to the sky just like a tree is really, really important. And yeah, hello everybody. Hi, all you beautiful people.
Hello.
So how you doing, honey? I wanted to say hi because I didn't mean to skip Randy. I wanted to because I know you've been having some stuff going on too, and how connected you are to Gaia and all of that. And so I also have had that situation myself where that need to feel more grounding. And that is funny that you said that too, because my diet has gone back and forth on and off over the last probably 7 years, but specifically in the last year, up and down, depending on what I need in that moment. And I find myself the same way, that I can tell. It's like, you could just feel it. It's like, okay, I need this. I need to ground. I need this. I need, so that's part of becoming more intuitive, and light languages help us become more intuitive and intuitive in listening into our bodies, to actually be into it and listen to it. And so that's a very good point. So so thank you. Well, here, I don't want to are you going to be here for a minute, Gracie?
I'll be here till approximately 1 o'clock.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure so we have a chance to come back to you to give a light language blessing so we can come back to Brandy too. So, okay.
Okay.
Okay, darling. Thank you. We'll talk to you in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Yay. So Brandy, you wanted to share some artwork. Oh, you are muted, dear. You're waving. Maybe you are staying intentionally muted.
Okay, I see it. It's on the wall behind her. Is that it? Is that? Oh, wow. I almost got to click on her. I can't see it. I do love that painting on the wall, though. It's hard to see them because it's moving around too much for us to see. Yeah. They're. Oh, okay. I see that one. Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, Wendy, please click on her video
Yeah,
feed
got
so it gets presented to everybody.
There we go. Yeah, I wasn't sure how to do that. Okay, there we go. I mean,
If there's a white box around her.
yeah, I got it. I just did it now, so at least everybody can see what we're seeing. Yeah, because she was too
Great.
little. There you go.
Yeah.
It's just a little bouncy. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Wow.
That's power. Energy. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Oh, those are beautiful. And that one too. That did you paint that? Did you make that?
How did you create that?
That is
Brandy?
cool. I mean, there it
wish
is.
I
Okay.
could hear.
I know. Can you unmute yourself, honey? I don't know if I can unmute her. No, I
She said
can't.
she's shy. So.
Oh, okay. I know she told me that too.
Maybe
That's okay. That's okay. We're happy you're here showing your smiling face and showing us some artwork. Hey, hey, wherever you guys are at is where you're at. You know?
Wow.
See, this is some powerful stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's like some light being right there.
Wow. That is totally like a light being.
I wonder if you're painting these or pastel. I would be curious to find out.
I wanted to say hi to Jessica too. She was out there watching. I'm not sure if she's still out there, but I just wanted to say hi, Jessica.
Thank you, Brandy.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. See, and this is another thing I wanted to let you guys know. If you're out there and you want to be a part of the hangout, but you don't want to talk, you don't want to show your face, it doesn't really matter because it's about being in the energy and what you have to give and receive. And so for any of you guys, here's, thank you, Brandy. Thank to all of you doing it scared, jumping in and just wherever you are. And so I don't want you guys to think that if you don't already speak them or you don't, that's not what this is all about. That's the point of these gatherings, is to get us together for those wherever you are in your process. Do you need activation? Do you want to speak it? Do you want to share your stuff? Do you want to just receive and be in part of the energy and part of that's fine. That's what this is all about. Don't judge where you are. Because if you're here, no matter how you're here, you were guided here for a reason, and give yourselves all a pat on the back for showing up for yourselves, for showing up to your higher self and saying, I'm ready for more. I'm ready to understand more. I'm ready to let go of more. I'm ready to change that which I felt or believed or thought I was not able to change or create in my reality. And Bree and I alone have seen in our own personal lives since I've met her, the last several years and me prior to that, how when I actually apply it actually works. Oops, and I didn't click back on myself.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking and I'm not.
No, we hear you. If I can add some words.
Oh,
to this,
please.
Wendy. we always think that when we're participating in something, there's always this expectation from us to give equal amounts of whatever, equal amounts of money, equal amounts of support, equal amounts of speaking, but this is not the case. There are no expectations in our realms of vibrations. No one wants you to top up someone else's performance, or this is not a tournament. It's the only thing we have to do is act foolish and have fun. even even
Well said.
this is the point of it. And yeah, I really wanted to say this.
I love that. And I do
Yeah.
because I don't want, I mean, there's even things that I could do things better. I could, you know, yeah, and I'm like, oh, I could make this look better. I could do this. Yeah, but you know what? It's like, it is what it is, when it is, how it is. And that's the way it is.
Yeah. I learned, for me personally, here, not here, but in all the process that's going on, I learned how to let go of all these subconscious thoughts in my mind that now I have to be exactly like this so people can like me, or so I can like myself, regarding to the models I have seen on somewhere in my life that are successful on this earth. Okay, but we are not only living on this earth. God, thanks to God and to so yeah, we can allow ourselves in this time to be totally nuts, and no one can say anything about it.
And you know, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I actually wrote in my notes today authenticity, because light languages for me, one of the biggest things it's done for me, the greatest gifts it's given me, is helping me unravel my own authenticity, even when I didn't know what that was, like to just follow it and do it, whether I'm afraid or not, and to not be afraid to look funny. Like you said, it's not a competition. It's about each of us embracing our uniqueness, and how we even talked about that last week a little bit, about how when we're so wanting to be authentic, but we're still looking at everybody, how are they doing it? How are they doing it? Well, what do they do? Well, and the more energy we put into the how do they do it, the less energy we're putting into how do I do it.
Yeah. This is all losing our time, losing our creative thinking in completely different direction. And there was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot, of course. It will come to me.
Well, it'll come back to you too. I want to see too,
Yes.
Jen. I wanted to see Jen. Did you want to say anything, Jen, or share? I mean, you don't have to. I just wanted to give you the opportunity. I don't want to pass anybody by.
Thank you. I don't speak, but I do send golden orbs to people and situations all the time. You guys were talking about the mailboxes. I will send a blessing to all of us here watching, of love, peace, and harmony. A golden orb surrounding all of us.
Excellent. See? And that's her sharing her gift, her light language. And you know what's interesting? I wear a lot of silver jewelry. I go back, I have these phases where for a couple years I'll wear just anyway. So now it's just whatever I'm guided, but and a mishmash. Most of the time what I'm wearing doesn't match, because like I've lost one or lost the other, and then I just still want to wear them. So I just wear them. I don't care. So because then it creates its own energy, right? Its own whatever. But that it's funny, because recently I was told to wear gold, to start introducing more gold into my reality. Like, so whatever that means to any of us, like the gold jewelry, gold color, gold in your imagination, ormus, however, monoatomic gold, however we're guided to use it. I just, it's weird, you guys. I've been, for the last couple of weeks, I haven't had time to do videos and stuff, but they kept telling me, please mention it. And that's one of the things that we have been told, if we start using the monoatomic gold to try to help our atmosphere, that will actually help. It will heal our atmosphere. So for whatever it's worth, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because literally I have been guided to wear gold more and to be around gold and to almost meditate more on that idea of gold energy. And it's interesting too, how so many of us, I probably have 5,000 at least pictures alone of just the sun, of all different times of days and the sun rays and the prisms and everything. And there's something about that gold energy. It's like it's almost like they're showing me, it's like it in its own element has its way of literally opening up that gold, that chakra, that solar plexus chakra energy within us to literally start beaming our light out, if that makes any sense. So isn't that interesting how that thread, it was like when you said that about the gold orbs, it was been in my consciousness so strongly.
Me too.
For the last few, Will Bree, it was when I went back home to the wedding, they told me before I left, wear gold. So
it's the best conductor we have on Earth. Yes. So this is one of the reasons. It's the best way to transmit with its energy and to receive.
And so for what it's worth, there was somebody out there who needed to hear that. And I don't know why all of a sudden I was like, oh, wait, I got to talk. It's just one of those things where they're like, hey, don't forget about that, because somebody needs to hear that.
Here there is.
Oh, my God, look at that.
Oh, wow. Wendy, can you click on her video?
Wow.
Oh, sorry, guys. I keep forgetting. Yeah, YouTube, we don't have the controls we used to have, so something's going on with YouTube. But, oh, my God, look at that. Oh, how beautiful. You guys amaze me with your artwork. You make me so, that's where I get oh, I wish I could do that,
You can do it.
Oh, my God, it's so beautiful. You guys, oh, my God, your artwork is so beautiful.
That is incredible.
Wow.
Everything that's been shared here today
I'm
is just so amazing. I like the little dancing.
I know, me too.
They're like gold orbs, aren't they?
And gold. Yeah, here we're talking about yellow and gold and.
Wendy,
Oh my God.
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? You can do it. You can
Look
do
at her. You can do it. She says, you can do it.
Yes, you can do it.
E che non so po ishana kilikia sono to yemale kilaki sono sota semi isha de kiliana no koyokoa la sita say, see how we are mirrors for each other, you guys. Somo sota senki asha shapoki atariki ashe shena to. And I've got that symbol here, from America, I can do it, siata shakia suda hi aishamo oroko sotikia na ita shomaki nina ni atoriaka orukosha. And look at, she's got butterflies all over her shirt, you guys. Transformation.
Because you were talking about gold, I had to show this.
See, she's guided to show that. And now everybody who's gazed upon her painting has given their gold, their energy to her, So isn't that awesome how we have that power to, we already are in each other's energy bubbles. It's just now we're finally starting to kind of get even just a little glimpse of what that actually means. And how do we change? I just got a tone in my ear too. So that's them talking to us. So that's another thing I've heard people ask in questions. I get tones in my ears. What is that? It is you speaking to other dimensions. It's you receiving light codes of information through that tone. That's your guidance system. That's your connection, your antenna, your GPS that's saying, I'm talking to my guides, or I'm receiving information, or maybe it's a ship, one of the ships that one of your fractals is on, or that you visit on a regular basis in your sleep time, in your multidimensional time. I receive them in different ears at different times in different tones, and I pay attention now. It's like I'm receiving something, even if I don't understand what it is, just like light language. Mi ascolto se mi riharo con yamake I sono sopeshe I pashate. And even Jim said in Jim Charles channeling said, light languages are a way for us to pray when we don't know how, or pray for people, or pray for for us to send out our loving intentions to anything we want, and to trust that information is receiving them, because everything is connected, and there is no boundaries between with energy. And yet, because of that, and with that said, this is why we're the teachers of teachers, because we're being guided to teach how to properly use that energy now, to use it in a way that is for good of the all, and with that intention. And then when we're also doing it for the most pure intentions for ourselves, well, of course, because we're connected to the all, it automatically sends that next level out there to the universe.
And my best description is unconditionally.
Yep, unconditional.
Yeah.
And
y'all
that
notice Billy has been drawn to the conversation today. She's about to have kittens any moment.
Oh my
so
gosh,
I guess
you
her
guys.
energy is like more wide open than the other cats, because there's a dozen of them here, and she's the only one that's being this invasive.
So she
But
not,
yeah,
and
you
she
can
knows.
almost see in the camera the lumps in her belly.
That's really
She's
funny,
gonna have
Ivy,
them really
because
soon.
her name's Ivy, you guys. This is Earth Star Ivy. If you guys, this is another thing. Animals are very drawn to light language, and I use that for healing on my own pets and the animals, and and the fact that she's there with her babies, it's interesting because that she's getting ready to give birth. Because right before you said that, Ivy, you know what I was going to say to you with all of us together today, how there's a lot of divine feminine energy being emitted today in this hangout. And I was getting it really, really, really strong. And now I wish I would have said it when I was guided to say it, because I didn't know she was going to give birth. And I really feel like that's part of what we're here to do with her too. And we have to remember, and felines, aren't they like they can see into multi dimensions? And I really feel like she's here with us because of all this maternal divine feminine energy, and she's going to give that, because she's about to give birth. And I feel like all of our energies and our light languages are somehow connected to her and these babies, and why she's here with us.
Yeah, you can almost see the individual lumps in her belly now.
Hi, babies.
She's
like
so
little
cute.
Potatoes sticking out everywhere.
Yeah,
So
she's
cute.
Ivy's a kitty mommy. She actually her kitties go to, I love how she puts it too, when they go to their new homes and how they start their new spiritual journeys. And I love how even she embeds her beautiful light energy into the kittens, and then when they go and then they're weaned from their mommy, and then she finds them their permanent homes, how that process is such a beautiful process, that when she's explained it to me, how how they're going to the next home, and she'll send me pictures of the babies as they're growing up and then as they're getting ready to leave. And so I wanted to thank her, for allowing me to be a part of that. And you know, that reminds me of when I was little. I was probably about 4 years old, and we had a cat, and she was getting ready to give birth, and she wouldn't lay still. She was anxious, and she knew something was wrong. And my parents actually had to get me up out of bed because she would not relax until I came to sit with her and give birth. And unfortunately, none of them were alive. But this is one of those things, you guys, when I like look back, even though everything's now, they're reminding me right now to share that with you guys, that experience that I had when I was a little girl, because one, it was the first time I've ever seen anything being born. And the fact that I had to understand that it wasn't alive, and that I had to sit with her while she gave birth, and that she needed me there for whatever reason. And that, to me, you guys, and it was part of my process. And then there's a whole lot of other layers, which we'll get into in other hangouts. But then there's the layer about the languages and the hybrid children, and how different races and feline races and all this other stuff going on out in the cosmos. And this is another layer of all that as we begin to connect with our animal kingdoms in a much deeper, more meaningful way. This is what helps us open our own stuff, our own channeling. It helps us be better humans. It helps us create the earth we want to create. It helps us become telepathic with the animal kingdom. It's part of our evolution process. And I believe that was part of my teaching process, was to be with her during that time. So very interesting how we've come full circle with this, with you, me feeling that maternal divine mother energy, that feminine energy, you talking about her being here with the kittens, and us being a part of those kittens, and their journey forward, to me, is giving me really tingles.
And now that she's been recognized, she's left.
Well, there you go. And Bree,
Yes.
Bree has a cat. I have a dog.
She needed this. She needed this discussion for her, so we can concentrate. I have to go. My phone is 1%, so I really want to say bye and love you to each and everyone. So grateful to be in this mix together.
Bye,
I will see you soon. I will start working on this, having me time more. So love you.
Good girl, love you. I'm so
I will
happy
see
you came.
soon. I will see you soon. Again.
Yes.
Love you.
Love you,
Bye.
darling. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I love the cat talk, because just yesterday I went to the pet store. I had to get something for my cat Fletcher, and there was a cat in the pet store, waiting to be adopted. And I walked up to this cat, and on the sign it said, "This cat's really nervous, but he wants a nice home," or something. And the cat just, as soon as I saw it, I was like, and immediately the cat's like rubbing her face on the window and pawing, and I was like, oh my gosh. And for them to write that the cat's all nervous and has to take a long time to warm up to people. And so I could tell the cat was so comforted, and there was no age mark. I don't know how old the cat was, but she was so sweet. She was black and white. And I had to literally pull myself out of that store. I was standing there for, I don't know how long, 15 minutes. I don't know how long I was standing there talking to this cat. This cat was just having a ball. That I could tell she felt so comforted all of a sudden after being in a box for who knows how long. But I mean, who knows what happens with those shelter cats. So this is just another cool part, is yes, I had that experience in person, face to face with the cat, but we can send our intentions, we can send our light language, we can send our love, we can send our good energy, we can send our good vibes, our good hopes, our blessings to anything, like you were talking about, Wendy. It's all here, it's all within us. The entire omniverse is us, and there is no space or distance or time or separation or actual, black and white. It's all the same thing. And so this is just, it's so cool that we have these tools that we're learning about now, that we can apply to not only help ourselves, but then help the entire creation as a whole continue to evolve and uplift and expand and grow and see things from newer and bigger perspectives. And we are so blessed. And I just wanted to thank everybody in the live chat today. There's just been such beautiful messages. It would take me a while to read them all. I mean, people were commenting really nice things about the artwork that was shared here.
Oh, yay.
Talking about the consciousness evolution, how the art, like we were saying, is helping with the awakening. It's helping with us tapping more deeply into ourselves and who we really are. So nice things.
Absolutely. And crystal grids too, you know, you guys, we are all guided to do these crystal grids and put them into beautiful shapes and, you know, and being guided to do that. I know Gracie's got to go here in a couple minutes, so I just wanted to make sure. Do you want to go ahead and give us some light languages or blessings while you're outside with the trees? And is there anything else you wanted to share about anything about light language or your experience or how you use it, or, you know, anything that you'd like to?
Well,
the Crow Collective.
I'm kind of
oh my God.
Yeah, they're like over my head. And there's like a drag cloud.
She and I have been talking about the Crow Collective, Gracie and I have, for the last few days, and just it's been crazy, you guys. So if any of you guys are interested in looking up the Crow Totem, I'm telling you, there's messages. Listen.
Spiritual law. It's like going back and forth from the tree above my head as I've been doing my prayer work. I mean, I've set a grid with a lot of pyramids and spheres on it for the full moon coming. And what I wanted to do was a light language blessing for anything that's needed for anybody on this call or walking forwards. So here goes. Shina Takaya Shikotagori Katskia. O Shataku Nakaya Shikatia Shiko. Icho tu koya Shikatia Shikatia ho. O Sho tu Kaya Shikatia Kashiana Kosea Tuko. Love and blessings.
Shianuku Antuakia Niabahi. Ihayana Niakea. Ina haimaya uanakore ki itosoma urukushana seke. Ia haina ipolo hamakoshama ni atakaya kwa nanenshe. Amunako atarisha maano akwa atesena seta maamua. That crow is just cracking me up, man. Amu ato soboko akwa shanate elakisa sama elikika yanana maaka te enanikia to ama oma ikikiata inga shemo ama kwate. There's a lot of shamanic energy going on right now, and Gracie and I have a lot of that going on. And in general, she and I have this really deep shamanic connection, and to the animal kingdoms and the eagles and the Crow Collective. And so I wanted to say, I don't know if Jody, if you get a chance to watch Jody, I was just thinking about you and the eagles too. But that crow is like got something to say to all of us. He's
talking.
It's like I'm hearing them saying, you know, you are the shaman, you all are the shaman, understanding you are the bridge to the spirit and the earth. And again, we're learning how to listen to the crow. Go ahead.
There's another think today. This morning I was inspired to do cleansing, clearing with bells on, mind you. And the medicine, the first one was teachers. Teachers arise. There was the first animal medicine card. The second was earth healing, clearing, cleansing. And then it was the eagle. The videos are posted on my page, Wendy.
Yay! Are they public now? Because some of the stuff is unlisted. So if you go to Amazing Grace, she's got a YouTube channel also where she shares her light languages. Dolores Amante Aliyah, she has a light language channel. Ivy sells her stuff. Please, you guys, put your links in the comments after the video is over, in the public comments. Let people know who you are, where you are, what you're doing. That's what this is about. You know what I mean? And I've got tons of playlists on my channel of all different kinds of people and channelers and light languages. It's again, it's about that. And yeah, the teachers, the apple, you know, we're all teachers of teachers. We're teaching each other, and we're teaching the world, and we're teaching the cosmos. How do you come from this place of complete belief that you're disconnected and come out understanding you are a multidimensional being? And now you can take that magic and bring it right here, right now, in a way we've never been able to do before in the stage of Aquarius. Never before.
Hallelujah.
So definitely go check out her videos, check out my videos, check out everybody's stuff, their artwork. Any place that you guys are guided to share this stuff, come share it in this venue. We'll do it every Wednesday until we don't. And you know, as long as I'm guided to do it, I'll be here. As long as you guys want to show up, we'll be here.
I'm slowly making everything public. So
good. And that's the whole point too, you guys, is we don't have to be, and I think this is why we're afraid to start something, right? Because, oh my God, I got to commit. I got to do it every Wednesday. I got to do this. then I got to obligate it. Then I got to show up. But yeah, you know what? Yep, you're right, you guys. It's time we start showing up. That's what it was about for me, was showing up, being here every week. And it's not just about making videos. It's about interacting. This was the element that I wanted to reincorporate, that I've been missing, is to be able to actually interact with you guys, not just a one-way street. I wanted to receive. I want you to receive from each other. I want to talk and interact, and this is what I wanted. But the point of that is, that's why I said, until we don't do it anymore, until spirit tells us something else, until the world takes us a different direction, until whatever, we've got to stop doing things with this expectation that it's going to be the end all be all, do it forever. Nothing is that. Nothing. Everything you guys do in your life is temporary. Everything. And once we wrap ourselves around that idea, everything is temporary, boy, doesn't that let you off the hook? Then you start to realize, I don't need to do anything tomorrow I don't want to do. If it no longer serves or excites me, then I move on to something else. Look at how I've evolved over the last 5 years and how I've changed. And yet I still love doing videos. I want to do more videos. I want to do more oracle readings. I want to do more private sessions. I want to do different types of hangouts. I like incorporating all that other stuff. I love doing that stuff. But I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do this in this way, or in a whatever. So again, if you guys are excited to be here and you want to share, and we have the time and the ability and the tools to do it, and thanks to the internet, thanks to Bree for helping me out. I could do this alone. I don't want to. I want someone to help me. I want someone to help me interact with you guys. I want to not miss questions. I want to be interrupted when somebody's got something to say. That's what this is all about. And so I want to keep it free and easy, but have a little bit of intention and structure to keep us all kind of grounded, but yet free, free to explore and be. So yeah, who else wants to say something before we wrap this party up?
The crow, it's like magic. That's what I kept feeling. And really, we'll probably say it 1 trillion times, but every single moment, every single thing is magic. If you would say, you have a lucid dream, you wake up in the lucid dream and, oh, wow, okay, well, I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to do something else. Or, wow, I want to change this completely. And you start to mold and shape. And I mean, that is what this is. It is magic. It is all magic. So we don't, if we look for it consciously, and we intend for it consciously, we will continue to see more and more and more of it. It may show up in cloud shapes in the sky. It may show up in faces or things that you see in patterns on the floor, or when you're doing your dishes and how the soap bubbles collect around and it looks like something. And it's also, I love, sometimes people are able to capture photos of light language, what looks like light language symbols, or galactic symbols being spontaneously formed in patterns or shapes and just in their reality. And it's so cool. And then we can go into the whole light language, physically affecting the vibration of the molecules and being able to change the physicality of things. And I remember that one time we were doing that was it the tea time hangout, Wendy, or with Alicia, and she was
Yep.
in the language blessing with the balm, and it changed.
Yes.
Shape, and all of a sudden these images, these shapes started appearing at the
forming,
top of
and that, that's so weird, Bree.
balm.
Gosh darn it, if I was not going to bring that up today about that hangout, because of that
Really?
idea of the alchemization. Yes, I was going to say, we did a hangout with my friend Alicia from Temple Beautiful, and she is a historic apothecary, and she was literally in her lab creating these little tins of anxiety bombs. So, and I've posted, if you guys find the links to her shop and stuff is in those videos. And but we were all doing light languages, and she had all the tins laid out, and we could actually like imagine and feel all of us speaking the light languages into the tins. And then I actually made her pull a few of those tins out of that batch, and I kept one. I sent one. I had her keep one. I sent one to Bree, and I sent one to my sister-in-law. So because
she was seeing pyramids.
It was crazy.
In the top, she was seeing, what else? There were all these different shapes that were appearing after we spoke the light language blessings to her project. And this is what I'm so excited.
I just used that anxiety bomb yesterday.
Did you really? That's so cool. That's amazing. But this is what I'm so freaking excited about. I can't even possibly begin to properly emphasize to you guys, or even to myself, how excited I am to see our understanding of all of this evolving, and how we'll be able to, as more scientists get involved, as more people who are able to show and demonstrate and measure. I want to measure the brain waves when light language is being spoken.
Me too. I've been thinking about that for a while.
I mean, there's so many things to be done with all of this, and it's each and every one of us that even if you're not the one to go out and do it, even just sending the energy. And
exactly,
I'm excited for that reality.
I've been thinking about that too a lot, Bree, about how I want to be hooked up, just like Daryl was when he was channeling, to see what happens to our brains when we're actually speaking light languages. Is it activating different parts? Of course it is. I already know the answer. I don't need science to tell me. But I'm saying, you know what I mean? All this crap that they're posting on social media about, science is researching that now they believe in parallel realities. Now I'm like, no, duh. We all knew this crap. We didn't need science to prove it, but they've got to, in order for the human collective consciousness to get on board. Okay,
which is what's exciting to me. Yeah,
it is.
Because once it starts to come out, because there was just, what was I reading yesterday? I was just thinking about this yesterday. I was reading an article about how the brain is changed. Gosh, I wish I could remember, but I guess it doesn't matter. It could be anything. The brain is changed when you're thinking positive thoughts,
exactly.
or when you're in a there's so many different ways we can talk about this, but it's like that this is where all of this is going. And
you
it's
know,
really
when we were talking about,
exciting.
sorry, I keep interrupting her because I get so excited. We do this to each other all the time. Sorry. I do it to her all the time, I should say. But when you said that about the brainwaves of speaking light languages, you know what I was picturing? I want to see like me and you, and we're both hooked up. And I want to see when I'm speaking languages, what happens to the other person? What happens to their brain waves when I'm speaking? And what happens to mine when she's speaking? That's, I think, a whole nother layer to this. So our scientists can prove that it actually does something, you know. So
right. And okay, and I remembered, and you're absolutely right, Wendy, because you know why? I just remembered what I was listening to yesterday. It was Magenta Pixie's new video, which I highly
love
recommend
her.
check out if they're interested in any of this stuff whatsoever. The video is called Avatar Consciousness, Quantum DMT, and the 144,000 Sealed Servants. She posted it 2 days ago. This video was just sending me to a different reality. I mean, I seriously, when I was listening to this, it's like some of the stuff I had already heard before, but the way that she's able to channel this information through and explain it in such simplistic, amazing terms.
There's something about her that just the way she's able to,
she was talking about, or they, the 9 that she channels, the question was, why do channelers start to speak fast when they're bringing through this stream of consciousness? Are they on drugs? Somebody thought that these people were on drugs when they're speaking really fast, because they're like, well, how else are you going to
how else could you do that? You know,
so much information that you're not thinking about, you're just bringing it through. They thought they were on drugs. And their answer, they expanded and expanded it. It became multi-leveled and multi-layered. And that's one of the things they were talking about, is the effect of the fluid that the pineal gland, the third eye, creates in the brain, and the plasma. Oh my God, it's so fascinating.
That's so great.
But I actually think when I remember the story, there's a whole, you can look into all the esoteric, deep secret meanings behind like Santa Claus and all of these different.
Oh, hey, I've said,
symbolism.
you know, don't you guys think it's weird that the shaman use reindeer as their conveyance to go to spirit world? Isn't it funny how we use Santa Claus rides their reindeer to get to all the kids all at the same time? Yeah. Think about it, you guys, how we have
Santa coming down the chimney, and I heard in this esoteric wisdom, this deep secret wisdom, that it's like the pineal glands, that sacred fluid, the Christ light. I don't want to be, don't quote me on any of this, because I am not the one to be
paraphrasing it, guys.
I'm still learning it, but it's, when you look into these meanings, it matches up, and it makes so much sense how this is all symbolism. What's happening on multidimensional quantum layers of us becoming what we really are, of us becoming what humanity is meant to be, not the lowest, most unconscious level of the densest level of what we have been, because we decided to, work our way up and, okay, what would it be like? And so it's just very exciting. So I recommend people check out that video.
And hey, I wanted to say too that Jessica says she was just being caught at from a crow in the tree above her, Crow Nation. And then Jessica, and then Nova says, Cynthia says that her Crow Nation, her great grandmother was a Crow Indian, and she carries her medicine with her, which I believe a lot. And then Nova said that, Bree, she said that, Wendy, yes, it can be scientifically measured. It's being done with Tibetan monks meditating. Now, yes, meditating, but were they speaking light languages? That's what I want to know. We've done, yes, meditating, and they've done channeling. but I'm specifically referring to light language. So I'm curious about that, if it's already been done. And if you guys know if it is, and if you guys know anybody who has that scientific equipment, I'll volunteer. I mean, seriously, what I got to lose? I want to know, you know? So I'm like, I'll try it, you know? So I'll be part of a study, you know, if somebody wants to see, well, what happens in the brain, even if the answer is nothing, but we know that's not going to be true, right? And Nova, woman, you better get your ass in one of these hangouts, because I want to hear. She and I, oh my God, like we hang out and then we hung out. It was like hours. So one of these days you got to get your butt in here and start chatting it up with us, because yeah, I want to hear. Yeah, 'cause she's got a lot of awesome things to share. She's also just an amazing person. So you guys just blow me away. I cannot tell you, just the comments on the videos, and then just your comments and everything that you've shared just in the last week and all the time. You guys blow me away. My sessions blowing me away. Truly, I cannot tell you how amazing it's been, and how I'm speechless. That rarely happens.
Oh, I love you, Wendy.
Oh, I'm telling you. So yeah, I mean, that just confirms it. You know, there's a crow there going, yeah, you guys are finally freaking getting it.
Caca!
Caca!
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, we have had an incredible day today. I wanted to see if anybody else wanted to say anything or share anything, or
Anything, yeah. See, she's helping me be disciplined about closing these on time. And again, you guys, I know we haven't done, well, we do hang out. That's another thing. We do hang out for as long as we can afterward. And I know we were going to set aside the last 30 minutes, but quite frankly, I've just had so much fun live but once we go off the air, yeah, if you guys are too shy, hop in right as we close. And when we go off the air, come and chat. If you don't want to be on the air, it's okay. It's okay. But if you want to be able to interact or ask questions or just be in the, you know, it's cool. Just hop in. I probably won't be able to stay too long today because I've got some errands to run, but we sit and we chat for a few minutes and just laugh and, you know, and so I want to invite you guys to, you know, that too, because it's also about that. It's about interacting with each other, because all of us let me tell you guys, as soon as we go, okay, we're off the air, we all go, you know, because it's just this, now it's a whole new atmosphere. It's a whole new, okay, we can just, not that we're in any pretense now, because we're not. It's just different. It's just different. It's a different atmosphere, different energy. When you're pushing it out there and you're projecting, it's different than when you can just, you know, decompress and take a breath and say, okay, you know, that was awesome. And, you know, what else do we want to share that we might not want to share? Maybe you have something that you'd like to share with me or the group privately, and you can't do a private session, but you really want someone to talk to and bounce something off of, or you want to speak a light language and you're too scared. Hop in and we'll do it when we're done. We'll in the off air space. So that's another layer of this, why I wanted to throw that out there, why one of the things I told Bree was important was that we do have a little bit of quiet personal interaction afterward, if that's what you guys want. But it's cool. I mean, if we got to go, we got to go. We got stuff going on. It's the middle of the day. We have things and family and kids and stuff, right? So do I, you know. But yeah, so yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there. And yeah, go ahead. Is there anybody else who wants to give some final blessings or last words? Anything? And I don't mean last words, but
well, I did want. Oh, sorry, Dolores.
No, go ahead, Dolores.
Okay. Mihna takara annet vahamana kolidnahane yakyata. It's time. Mahwayana kotoriana nahite. Mamana kantara alaranoyo. Don't wait. Mahyakatne. Tanina teke yahna. Mawa mahye nekitihi. Don't waste time. Mahwarne kantayo. Nihlanak ayana hamawanhante. Yarnahante katarayanana. Mawanehe. Now is time. Mahwayena kyanterno. Don't wait. Michalarena. Michalareke punto ovanaha. Ena naheyo kahawananaha. Ena na heyo klihera na yehe. Tauhane te kahaoya na nahamarakanta na hana yokoho. It's time, be who you are. Live who you are. Create what you are. Maharanay katiyo na hamalaranante. Nikla kranya tokoho. Be free, be loved, be true, be free. Mahantarano, mahantarano, nihala akatarana. Leila kiahano tahayanya mataku mama haya kena leyo kiahananaha.
That was stellar. Thank you so much. You know, a lot of people ask about light languages and translations. And if you could, just for a second, Dolores, when you're speaking or when I'm speaking, tell everybody, if you can, how do you receive the meaning? Like we do languages, then kind of interpret. How does it? And I know this is hard to put into words, but
yes, it's hard to put it into words.
It just flows, right? You just sort of get the idea, right, of what they're saying, right?
I will try, but I'm not sure that I will success. Light language words are coming through me, but my mind, like it isn't here, but is here. I don't know how to explain. And I have contact or seeing like I am somewhere, but not somewhere in all places at the time, but from the center of the place, I somehow receive information. I don't know how, but I know that it is information. That's the best I can explain.
And that's what I want people to understand, that it's not always explainable. And that and people, one of the biggest questions we get is, what are you saying? Who's speaking? What am I saying? Who's speaking? Is there a translation? Can you translate my light language? These are some of the main questions I get over and over and over again. And this is why I wanted to do these Hangouts, because I cannot address those things in a comment. I can't. We need to talk about our experiences. We need to, and even if we can't put it into words, that's why I wanted her to try, because I can't either. I cannot. So when someone, well, I want to do that. I want to translate. I want to know what I'm saying. It's about trust. It's about self-trust. I don't know what else to say.
Sometimes I know the meaning of that what others is speaking or talking about.
Me too. Sometimes
I know what he or she is speaking, but I don't know how I know it. But
right.
I know it.
But I know it.
Yes,
exactly.
But sometimes I don't know. I don't understand, because it is not for the understanding. It is for being aware, not understanding, but being aware.
Thank you for that.
The difference. Understanding is the stuff of mind, but being aware, it is stuff of our heart, of our core of our being. I don't know how to explain
it. You said it perfectly. That is exactly what I wanted people to understand. That it isn't always the way we want to categorize it and box it and understand it. We're trying to wrap our three-dimensional brains and thinking patterns and processes around a multidimensional situation, and we're trying to understand it, and we're getting better at it. But once you guys let that go, that need to do that, oh my God, the floodgates just open.
Yeah. Yes.
So I mean, we could do this all day long, and we'll talk more about this next week. Please, do join us again. Bring your questions, bring this stuff. These are the sorts, and this is all impromptu, all improv. None of this is, scripted, as you can tell. So because I wanted it to be real and raw and now. And so thank you, Dolores, for that. That really, that helps me, help to explain part of, what this all is to all, each of us. So thank you.
Thank you. Our mind wants to know, wants to categorize, wants to explain what. It is not the case of understanding, really. It is the case of maybe feeling, but being aware.
Excellent. That you did really beautifully put that. So thank you. I think that was very a beautiful gold nugget for people to hear and kind of really let settle in. So that was really good. Thank you. And I'm bowled over, you guys, at just the comments and the stuff that's going through here. And Bree, thank you for, addressing these people and answering them. And I'm blown away by you guys' input and your comments and your information. And Cynthia's going to look into that. She's going to see, is anybody actually doing that right now, testing light language, on our brains? And so maybe we're breaking ground, you guys, me, Bree, all of you, this is groundbreaking. This is the leading edge. This is what Abraham talked about this is what it is being on the leading edge. And for us to take this to the next level. What's the next level? How are you using it? How are you being guided to use it? How am I being guided to use it? And what effects is it having on us? What effects does it have on my physical body? How does it change my vibration? How does it teach us to understand how it affects us and how to use it? It is going to teach us to teach it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's going to teach us how to teach us what to do next. Does that make sense? So yeah, there's so many beautiful layers that each and I, Bree and I both have, like all these like ideas that, we want to expand upon, you know what I mean? And so there's just so much of it. And that's why we wanted to kind of try to do this on a more regular basis. So yeah, Sotashe, yeah, is there anybody else who wants to give a final blessing before we go? Because boy, I could just do this all day.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, Brandy. Hi. We can hear you now.
I tried to unmute the phone, but it wouldn't work last time. So I brought that book, Bree. The Over Self-Awakening.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I'm working with the light, but also the wisdom. So being able to really like cosmic DNA wave and really be able to speak on it in that way. I'm gonna have it. That's kind of what it wants me to do, spirit. And
I think that's awesome. So you're guided to share that with everyone.
Yes, but I'm very shy to like be social.
Well, but you guys understand, this is one of the reasons why I started my channel to begin with and started doing these like galactic gatherings and light language linguist events and all that stuff was for that reason, because each and every one of us has a hurdle, a path. And so many of us are so excited about doing it, but we have these things that we need to leap over in order to fulfill what it was that we came to do. And part of the reason I wanted to do this was for a lot of reasons, so that all of you start getting more comfortable with being out there, being comfortable talking, hearing your own voice, sharing your work, sharing your stuff, making money on what you do, being proud of your work, and teaching people how to moderate. This is how if this is something that excites you, this maybe this helps somebody get an idea of, oh, well, okay, this is how they do it. I would like to do a hangout too. So how do other people do it? Well, that's how Bree and I learned. We just were in hangouts with other people and watched other people do it. And then one day somebody needed an event moderator. And I said, Bree, would you like to give it a try? I introduced them, and it's just, that's how this happens. And her with doing events, and it was just all a perfect fit. Everything's just a perfect fit with each other, and live events. And I've foreseen from the moment we met, she and I doing live events and going places and doing this in other places and actually speaking and all of this stuff. So thank you, Brandy, for saying that, because that's part of what this is all about. I was scared to death to talk on YouTube and do a video. And I had a YouTube channel for a year before you guys ever saw my face. So that's the way it goes. So thank you for that. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for speaking.
Thank you.
That's
But
very
this is
exciting.
the
And now look at her. She's showing her face. She's comfortable, relaxed, showing her book. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at the growth from 2 hours ago. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just
and
us here.
it has the light languages, like,
Wow.
you see the languages that you guys write. So
Beautiful.
the angelic and the ascended master languages are in here, and it takes you kind of through the whole steps, because I had the awakening and all this stuff happened, but I had no awareness or, you know, about what was happening. So I feel like I kind of did things out of order, like outside of time and space, and then kind of, you know, having to bring it together so you can explain it linearly.
I completely get it. And you know, it's not really out of order. We think it is, because we think it's supposed to come in a certain way, a certain, you know, in linear fashion. But it doesn't really happen that way. And so it's like all in the perfect timing at the right time, but it feels chaotic, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like what I mean by that is, so like, I can give a certain experience. So at 23, I remember just kind of being like in my room, and then like a Black Panther showed up. You know, I could see this visually. I'm like, okay. You know, what is that? Why is that happening? Not really understanding. Now, I just worked with the Black Panther, about a couple months ago. And now I know what that vision was from. Like, I was envisioning when I would be working with that certain energy, you know, in this now moment, it was for then. So,
and isn't that interesting? All the feline energy today, and the cats and the jaguars. See how all of this now is, and there's Fletcher. Hi, Fletcher. There's Fletcher. See, we're talking about the feline energy. See, isn't this interesting, you guys? So I would then venture to
Brandy.
say,
Yes.
Lyran energy is profound today, you guys. So there we go. Go ahead, Bree.
Oh, I was just going to ask, Brandy, do you mean like you were on a shamanic journey with a panther? That's what you mean, right?
So I've always just, I guess, had certain vision and seer abilities, not really understanding what that was younger. So I just did one with Daniel Hyman, and I had a couple brain surgeries, so I had some pain up around this area, like in the energetic field, and worked with the Black Panther and laid on the earth, and it took it just like that. And since that time, not a single anything, just clear. It feels beautiful. It feels bright. The light is just crisp. It's really beautiful. Lots of gold and.
What a beautiful experience. Thank you for sharing that.
Wow.
And gold.
Wow.
And
the gold. And gold.
Back to the gold.
Back to the gold.
Wow, thank you, Brandy. Dave Yellen had shared in the chat that he said quartz with gold in it is one of the highest frequency crystals, I think is what he was saying. And then I was asking about Andaras, because I know they're also way, way, way up there on the frequency scale. And similar to what you said, Brandy, where you had this almost like transformation after this experience, I just really wanted to mention earlier in the live chat, Sacred Geometry Music, who seems to watch us very often. So thank you. We love you. We love all you amazing people. Sacred Geometry Music had shared that they had some digestive issues for like the past 10 months, and only recently did it clear up and heal. And they truly believe that Wendy, your channel and your light languages and just all the things that we're doing was a major part of that process. And So isn't that amazing?
Oh
I
my
mean,
God, that's so
this is what we
awesome.
can do for each other.
Yep. And
Right.
this is not the, thank you so much for sharing
Thank you.
that. And thank you for saying that, Bree. And this is one of the things I've seen time and time and time again, you guys, is physical healing, physical changes in people because of light language. And even if we can't explain it, like we can't explain most things, we know there's electricity, but we still don't really understand it. We know how to conduct it, harness it, we work with it, but we still don't really understand it. And that's what I think part of all this is about. So that is amazing. I mean, that right there is a testament to, again, why we're doing this, and to show all of you your power. It's not just me, it's any of us can do this. And it's just a matter of what and how and what's part of your purpose or your path. What excites you, and what pieces of it excite you, and where do you want to take it, and all of that. Wow, that was, I don't know what better way really to wrap up today's how we can transform through expressing our light languages and how it empowers all of us. I think that this whole day has been, once again, you guys just again blew my mind. I cannot tell you the high I'm on for days, and what has happened just this last week has just, I'm still floating, I think, from last Wednesday, and so it has really been just an amazing journey so far. So thank all of you for your contributions, your energy, your love, all of it. I don't know really what else to say. And I feel like, again, words just pale in comparison to what I can actually feel and say, what's in my heart. Inta para kose se nasamita se likosono rokosharia la isha torin kemalokose inta kikiasa somasonachi shelakodi pianatike. Oh, I love you guys so much. If there's anything you'd like to close off with, Bree, she's always better at telling everybody about me than I am. So
Well, with that said, please visit languagesoflights.com to see Wendy's website. The blog is where we have been posting these gatherings, the pages, and then the participation links in the comments. But we are expanding. Like we said, I'm building an events page for Wendy's website. And I might as well mention here, we are working on organizing a light language event this summer. The details are still in the works, but it's going to be an in-person event. Seems like it'll be in Florida, perhaps in August, somewhere around there, or we're not exactly sure yet. So that just started up in action, in planning and organizing.
Since Wednesday.
Since last Wednesday, talk about interesting timing, right? Perfect timing of everything. And this is what I personally want to continue to do and see more of, is people gathering and having spaces to have this sort of a gathering in person, because it's one thing to connect with each other even without video, but connecting in person literally transforms and shifts us into new realities. It shifts our timelines. It shifts just meeting each other. There's so much to be said about, because we all carry codes for each other. We all carry light codes within us that are emitted naturally by us just being who we are. And by getting around each other, we activate each other. We change each other. We heal each other. We are transforming the world within ourselves and within our communities. And so if you watching are able to organize events in your area, please do so. I know it's scary, as HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah, because we're scared.
Because
Hey,
I have been avoiding personally playing events in my area, thinking about it for years. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to do that, but I'm not doing it. And now it's time. It's time. It's just like Dolores, your blessing earlier. I was getting emotional hearing that
Me
blessing
too.
you gave with, it's time.
It's time.
You don't wait anymore. It's time. Go out, do it. Share your stuff. Look, if you end up looking foolish, then you looked foolish. Hey, fool,
So what?
like the jester is always the interesting character, right? And we all have these aspects of ourselves, and we can be ourselves, and we can mess up. We don't have to do it perfect. We just have to do it. That's all that matters.
love
And I
that.
am talking to myself here because my perfectionism, I'm realizing, has been prohibiting me. I've been allowing that to prohibit me from sharing who I am with the world. And I'm sick of myself not sharing myself.
Yep. That's exactly. Yep. That's how we're
it's
all
like,
getting.
If I don't start to do something more, I'm going to explode. That's how I'm feeling.
And don't we see now how it's more
Yeah.
painful, Bree, to not do the thing we love than what used to be? The fear used to be more painful than doing the thing we love. And now it's getting too painful to not do what we're guided to do. So that I'm so glad you brought all that up. So yes. And it looks like it'll probably be in the Fort Lauderdale area for anybody who's wondering. So we're just
South
as
Florida,
soon as there's more information, we'll put it out, and if and when, what anyway. So we're just kind of planting the seed. Save the date. Save the date.
Watch Wendy's website, watch her blog, watch her Facebook page, and whatever else, and we'll be talking about this more. So we want to attend events. If you set up a light language event, I want to go. Okay, to anybody out there, like if I could do light language stuff all day, every day, man.
Well, Bree, I wasn't going to put it out there because, you're just too busy with me and, she's my assistant. But, seriously, this is what she was like made to do. And I really feel like this is part of Bree's path is even working with you guys, organizing your events. So I'm just putting it out there because she knows how I am about when I see something, and I just got to put it out there because she already knows once I see it, the timeline already exists where it's already happening, and it's about us becoming that vibration. So as soon as she said that, I could see other people contacting you, Bree, to help them organize their events. And so that is exactly how this transpired also in the last week, completely by happenstance. So there you have it.
Thank you, Wendy.
So good job.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not about hiding anymore. I've been admitting this for years, and I'm still admitting it. I've been in hiding. And you know what? Now that we're doing this event and we're actually committing to it in person and we're flying our butts out there, I'm at the point now where I'm like, I'm just gonna let it all loose. Just
exactly.
Publicly post, publicly, make videos, whatever. It's time. I can't do it any other way. I'm so sick of my own the bad feelings I have by deliberately resisting my callings.
Exactly.
I'm not saying I'm doing none of my callings, but
because you have been
doing the things that I really, truly am just going to scream with excitement about.
And do you guys see how she and I have been a mirror for each other to push each other out of our comfort zones and be bold and daring and do the things that, she never moderated an event, until we started doing all this work and this stuff. And so you got to start somewhere. Like she said, don't worry about doing it perfect. Just do it. These never turn out exactly ever the way I think they're gonna. And thank God for that.
Do the best you can. That's enough.
Exactly. So, wow. This has been, once again, blowing my mind.
Following inspiration.
Absolutely,
hey,
Ivy.
Guys, when you were doing your light language before, I just, out of the corner of my eye, I caught a flash on the screen. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, or what happened to Dolores, but it was coming from Dolores's square. It just went, and I'm like, whoa,
Wow.
did y'all see that? Did something happen in her room that made it go flash, or was it just
Oh,
her
I'm
energy
sure.
going flash, or what?
You guys
You
wouldn't
know?
believe how many videos I've done where there's little beings flashing around, flying around this room. And there's even been people who've watched my videos and said, hey, go to timestamp such and go look at that being that flew right behind your head. And I'm telling you, it freaks me out every time.
I remember
Dolores
Wendy,
is special.
you said last time that someone were standing behind me.
Behind her. Last time
Yeah.
when we hung out before, I could see the being behind her.
Okay, well, it's really weird you're talking about this because Dolores, your sound literally just started to do the same thing,
Same
it was
thing as
doing
last week.
where there's like this overlay of this being speaking on top of you.
Yep.
Where,
Wow.
I mean, like energetically, it's like there's something else. So
I just
that's
realized
really,
it, Bree. You're right. It just
They're
happened because
back.
it was not there until like just like what 2-3 minutes ago, right, Bree? I mean, it just started happening. It's like as soon as we started acknowledging their presence, they're like, "Yes, we are here."
Oh my gosh.
I'm here.
Well,
love
you know
Dolores's
what?
artwork.
Jim channeled in the Saturday webinar, Bree, that the first contact would be where they would come through all of our technology and our televisions and our computers, and that's how they would talk to us en masse the first time. And I know I'm dating myself, but I even typed in the comments, does anybody remember the show Max Headroom? If you don't, Google it, because it was back, 80s, 90s, whatever. But it was all about that. It was about an entity from another realm who would come through the television. His name was Max. That's what he named himself, but there's a whole reason behind that. But and then he would come through this particular radio station network, and the name of the network was Zikzak, Zikzak. Weirdly enough, I had a friend with that last name at the time, but on my license plate on my car, I put Zikzak because at the time, nobody would know what that meant unless they watched the show. And so it was my way of finding my tribe because no one else would know. And this is so weird how this has come once again. Everything's now, but it's come full circle when he said that just in this last Saturday webinar, that's how we would be contacted first. And that's exactly how it happened in that television show. It was so there you have it. That's funny. And then every time Dolores, this has happened where there's been like that overlay voice of I'm here. And it's not scary. It's not like that, you guys. It's just an energy saying, I'm here and thank you for acknowledging my presence and thank you for giving me this gift of this exchange. That's what happened in that room.
Yes.
Huh. And so it is.
Yeah, again, boom.
Boom. So yeah, let's close up this shop for today, and I welcome you all to next Wednesday. And is there anything we missed, Bree?
Just stay tuned. Join us again.
I think that's it.
Thank you for sending your lovely energy. Thank you for existing. Thank you for all that you are. This is just amazing that we.
And yes, and you guys,
all of this.
private sessions. I do one-on-one. I do with a recording, so you can look back on it. I make your own personalized scripts to help activate you. I do pre-recorded audio and video recordings for people, and they are, swear to God, you guys, I'm blown away by how blown away they are when I've never met them, never seen them, don't know them, and I'm able to just tap in, send that energy, do a recording, and I can't tell you how I'm blown away and how confirming and validating that is for me too. Then I grow, I get more confident, then I'm able to more fully share the information that's coming through because now I'm trusting it more and more. So that's what we do for each other. You guys are teachers and students, and so am I. And I will never lose sight of that. And I don't you either. So thank you again for being here and showing up for yourself and your higher self. And we will see you next Wednesday with Wednesdays with Wendy at 111. Love you, Bree. Love you guys. Thank you so much to all of you. And we are going off the air. Mwah.